Can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
They stun it and nothing. Well, the Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Denver. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position for a playoff run. And, of course, the Mavericks. And they're down 4 spots from them.
And when I look at Dallas, seeing them where they are now, it's easy to forget just how awful they were a season ago. This is a team that's made major strides to lift themselves into the middle of the pack.
Boy, I tell you what, it's been a grit and grind effort for them. They know how to win, and that's not something you could say about them last year.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard. And for Dallas, we've got Luka Doncic. He's out there with Curry. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4 spot. Here's Jokic. Michael Porter making his last shot. Murray kicks to Craig. 6 to shoot. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Murray finds Millsap. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full.
And so it's Dallas with it. Following the miss by Jokic. No good from Finney Smith. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Puts up a 3, and that one's good. Millsap.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
You know, Clark, the Mavericks making their games accessible to Dallas fans. Much more concerned with the packed house and the revenue at the gate.
Yeah, and I like that philosophy, guys. I mean, building their future fan base. Those fans will be around for a while. Giving young people a chance to become Mavericks fans for life. And you start early, and it pays dividends down the road usually.
And it's in there.
It helps when Seth Curry is on the attack. He wants to get as close to the rim as possible.
Porter passes to Murray. Back to Porter. Murray surveying the D. The 3. And there's Porter on the assist by Murray. Porter's got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside Hardaway. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. 6-point game. And that one's good by Porter.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Right side Curry. Drains the 3-pointer. Curry's got his second basket.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
That one good for 2. Among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick in getting up and down. I think I'd put him at the top of the list. Clint Capella is in that category. And Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack.
He does. Brings it up like a guard, and no one can stop him.
Nobody can stop that guy when he gets coming downhill at you.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
But, you know, guys, We know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
And finished off by Porter.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. White, he's checked in for Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Hardaway.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
They get the rebound. Now here's Wright. He's covered closely. Here's Doncic. From outside, off the mark. Here's Dozier. And again, Denver with the triple.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his
older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
They've got Marjanovic. Burke is out there with J.J. Barea. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Kleber in at the power forward. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Good on the triple. Burke's got 5 points so far.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Dozier kicks to Bull. There's the pass to Dozier. Out to the wing. And that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession.
And here's a look at some numbers for Plumlee. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the Mavericks, they are starting afresh, a new era. Hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
Grant the pass to Plumlee. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Bull. The Nuggets with another miss. Right against Morris. Kleber kicks to Wright over Morris. Here's Marjanovic. The kick out to Wright. From deep three-point range, Burke can't get it to go.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Here's Marjanovic. Plumlee with the rebound. And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP, 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011.
Grant outside. And the dunk by Grant.
Yeah, on his menu, dunking is one of the specialties. A fantastic jammer who really wrecks that rim.
To the paint. Here's Marjanovic. And it's Denver with the rebound. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Down low. Plumlee, no luck.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Berea surveying the floor. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Nuggets leading by 10. Pass to Bull. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Stolen away. Pass to Berea. A pull-up. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Bull. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Berea with it. They'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Down by 12. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And, you know, Berea is a fairly consistent three-point threat. You can't sleep on him out there.
Grant. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And J.J. Berea, the bucket on the assist by Burke. Berea's got 7 points in the game.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Pass to Grant. He kicks it to Bull. That one doesn't go. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
Fire that pass down the court, guys. I mean, that's the best way to keep the fast break moving.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Grant. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Unloads from 13. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Wright. And here's Daniels. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Plumlee with it. Up again. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sport. What a start for Michael Porter. He had 9 points and 1 steal. And that should do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Michael Porter.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2 spot. The Mavericks trailing. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Another 3 for Dallas.
Boy, the take-charge mentality of Doncic on display there. The quick-fire approach demonstrates his confidence.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
one's good by Porter.
Millsap doing a nice job there, reading the defense, and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
And a quick look at the numbers for Kristaps Porzingis. 5th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside. Denver making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And finished off by Porter.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
Here's Doncic, and it falls over the rim and in. Doncic has got 12.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And Millsap snaps it in.
You know, when he's got the position he wants inside, he's committed to throwing it down. And Millsap, he's got a nice vertical on him, too.
Doncic, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Murray kicks to Millsap. Denver passing it around. A pass to Jokic. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Jokic has got 6 here in this quarter. Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of micro-analysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say. So you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful in some areas, but you have to balance it. There has to be a blend there. Take, for instance, shot blocking. Just because you don't block a shot, that sometimes can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
And I like the decision-making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
Dozier kicks to Millsap. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Hardaway from outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Tell you what, guys, I don't think you ever have to question Doncic's effort level. He attacks the glass and the game all the same.
Daniels passes to Jokic. Over Hardaway. Again, the Nuggets score.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
To the inside. Cleveland. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Right, left side. Here's Cleveland, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Smart on the defensive end now. Millsap, very impressive.
And so it's Denver, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Right back after this break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Wright is out there with Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Kleba in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Denver leading by 10. Morris outside. The dish to Millsap. Kleba with the rebound. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Wright left side. 17-foot shot on the way. Denver's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Daniels passes to Millsap. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Wright.
Boy, excellent recognition from Hardaway Jr. to find his teammate there. This guy's an unselfish player.
Right side Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 5 assists tonight.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Here's Hardaway. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Doncic with the steal. Here's Wright. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
And Doncic, here we go. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Mavericks trail by 9. From past the arc. Denver grabs the miss. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Back to Daniels. Millsap passes to Daniels. Jokic trying to free himself up. And there's Millsap. That's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Marjanovic kicks to Wright. Over Daniels. Again, the Mavericks score.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
Here's Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
He's given them some major high-octane offense tonight. This has been the Paul Millsap show. And what a show it is.
Right for 3. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And Jokic throws it down.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Marjanovic, no good. The Nuggets leading by 13. Back loose. Doncic with the steal. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack, he really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Passes it to Daniels. There's the 3. Another 3 for Denver.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Denver's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Nuggets.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jokic.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
Pass to Craig. To the paint. He wants to get to Millsap and does. Here's Craig. pass to Jokic. Millsap left side. 4 on the shot clock. Denver needs to get off a shot. Three-pointer, Daniels. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Dallas. It's a 13-point game. Out to Hardaway. The pass to Kleba. Back to Curry. Here's Kleba. Passes it to Curry. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Outside Curry. Dallas needs to get off a shot. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. And in the win, a comfortable win. And, well, David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
shit crowd need to edit. Yeah, I see face, look at it. Hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a play to revive. Let's kill a shot pressing. Now you say what I said. They got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot.
And his thing, well, I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. A look at the Nuggets. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And, of course, the Trailblazers, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And for Portland, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not.
I mean, that's a rugged play.
Gracious.
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
And stolen by Lillard. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. He can't get it to go. Now Denver takes it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Here's Jokic. And the rebound by Nurkic.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
And Anthony gets it to go.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Millsap passes to Craig. Now here's Jokic. Pass to Millsap. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Collins passes to Nurkic. Denver grabs the miss. Stolen by Collins. Anthony taking his time here. McCollum outside. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
What a dead-eye McCollum is from that range. Such a tremendous feel for the mid-range jumper.
Pass to Craig. Fires the 3. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. 4-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. Porter pulls it in. Stolen by Collins. Anthony. Crafty move. And he makes that one.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. Grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
And the basket by McCollum.
You can't forget about McCollum from there, proving once again that he's not just a jump shooter.
Here's Porter. Lays it up off the glass.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
And here's McCollum for three. Drains the three-pointer. McCollum's got his third bucket of the night. The Nuggets trail by 7. And it's Millsap. That time on the assist by Jokic.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Lillard misses.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open three like that.
Here's Porter. That one misses. Collins with some nice D. And even 3-on-3 break. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
And Porter, here we go. Nurkic with the block. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. Shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
We've got Plumlee. Grant is out there at Bowl. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Whiteside kicks to Little. Back to Whiteside. And that one drops. Whiteside's got his first points of the night.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's Trent, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense is creating some great opportunities.
Dozier passes to Grant. Kicks it to Bowl. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Daniels is checked in. Here's Azania. Here's Whiteside. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Grant over Hazonia. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And talking about Bol, his dad, Manute Bol, was known for his defense. That is not the case for his son.
Well, they're 2 completely different types of players. Bobo's game is about skill. He can handle, he can shoot. And for someone who's 7'2", he's a tremendous playmaker.
Trent passes to Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. It's stolen by Little. Here's Simons, covered by Morris. pass to Whiteside, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Millsap.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
6 on the shot clock. Simons, the pass to Whiteside. Hezonja trying to free himself up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Bol.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul. And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade, a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Plumlee's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And it's Simons missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Plumlee.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Trent passes to Whiteside. The wide open shot by Little kept alive. Another shot. Some solid defense from Grant. Nuggets have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And the dunk by Grant.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Here's Trent. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Trent's got his second basket of the game. Now, here's Bol. Not a lot of room. And Whiteside sends it back. 3 on 3. Here's Trent. Lays it up and banks it in. Trent's got 6.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Plumlee dishes to Grant. Makes it off the glass. Grant's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
26 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing here by 8. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Bol, the pass to Grant. On the wing, Daniels. And so we conclude the first half. It's the Trailblazers. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with... And that should...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair. Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Collins, and it's Whiteside in at the center. Millsap, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. He's got 8.
Well, and in terms of size, that's a mismatch he'll exploit every time, especially inside.
Lillard left side, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
So crafty when driving to the rim, whether it's scoring or getting to the line, Lillard simply makes the play.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames. but money well spent by the Blazers.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Chris, over the last 40 years, a steady decline in offensive rebound, largely due, I'm guessing, to the concern with transition defense, right?
Definitely, and let's give respect to the offensive rebounding that it should have. Whenever you had guys like Rodman, Popeye Jones, guys that used to just, you'd have nightmares about because they were such great rebounders, Ben Wallace. Well, now it's a little bit different because those guys were playing the 4 position, right? So now at the 4 position, you have to get back on defense because if you're not, guys are shooting threes from Curry land in the 4 position because the game is evolving. So now it is better to get back in transition than trying to get an extra possession for your team. You still want to attack the glass. You just want to make sure you know who's in the game at that time because now you have guys leaking out, getting a quick shot on that other end.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Jokic. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. The Nuggets have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Free throw, good. Jokic. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Kicks it out to McCollum from the arc. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets trail by 10. Dozier passes to Jokic. Yep, that one goes in there. Jokic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's Porter outside. That shot no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Anthony against Porter. It's Anthony with the drive. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Porter kicks to Jokic. Baseline J on the way, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
Well, Kevin, they would love to see every possession in with a high percentage shot like that.
Lillard outside. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Millsap.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
And now Portland on the break. Lillard with it, out guarded by Murray. McCollum outside. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. McCollum's got 9 points.
Love the offensive game of McCollum. He can score from anywhere on the court.
And it's slammed in by Millsap.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Anthony against Porter. Anthony drives in, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And Melo is highly explosive, nailing shots left and right. The D has got to get it out of his hand. And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Murray against Lillard. And he makes good on the layup. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
Now, what more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Porter, no luck. Portland leading by 10. Anthony drives in, out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
A moment here to see the numbers for Jokic. 9th in rebounding, 15th in assists. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Cullen passes to Carmelo. And oh boy, a lot of contact. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Denver needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's Simons. Up in time. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 10-point. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, good job defensively.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Craig is the 3 and Millsap the 4. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Daniels in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Millsap finds Morris. Back to Millsap. Shot clock at 6. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. But they'll get another chance.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Here's Jokic. Over Whiteside. And it's Jokic missing. Trailblazers leading by 12. Outside Anthony. From deep. The Trailblazers rebound. There's the pass to Whiteside. Second shot opportunity. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
We're talking about number one options at the offensive end. There's a mentality, right, that you got to have as the team's go-to scorer, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's look at Harden. He can go 0 for 7, and then he expects to go 27 for 27. How about Curry? Have you ever seen Thompson when they said, oh, my God, Klay Thompson is off. Last game, he only had 11 points. Well, when that happens, you can bet your last dollar that the next game, he's going to make every shot. And so what it is, again, a short memory. Whether you make a lot, so what? I'm going to do that again tonight. And if you missed a lot the previous night, so what? That wasn't this night. Let's get it right now.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Simons, the pass to Whiteside. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Friday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Sunday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for that game against the Thunder, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Troy Daniels. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Lillard's checked in.
He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
It's good. And that's 12 points for Damian Lillard.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
The shot by Lillard wide open. And Collins is right there. Collins has got his first 2 points of the night.
And Offensive rebounding is about commitment. There you see Collins showing plenty of it to grab the board.
Millsap kicks to Craig. Millsap passes to Jokic. Morris looking over the floor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it could even be to its fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Jokic finds Porter outside for Millsap. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Porter passes to Jokic. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Murray's checked in for Denver.
Jamal Murray.
And Collins has got the ball here for Portland. Lillard outside. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. A three from McCollum. Rebound by the Nuggets. Porter's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Craig kicks to Murray. Outside, Porter. To the right side. Over to the left wing. Fires for three. And again, Denver no good. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Portland.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Hassan Whiteside.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Anthony, the pass to Whiteside. Lillard from outside. Nailed from three-point land.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this one.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close,
and those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. The players love it. Thank you, David. Now a look at Dallas' starting lineup. They've got Curry. He's out there with Doncic. Hardaway is out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 spot. And for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. Here's Finney-Smith outside Curry. Clock at 6. Now the pass to Porzingis. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
Yeah, it's so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams want these individual players to be like. And now here comes Collins leading the break. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break.
Doncic, bucket is good.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
The feed now to Carmelo. It's Nurkic, top of the key. Lillard surveying the D. Shoots over Doncic. And that one hits back iron. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. They shoot again. It's deflected.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
Finney-Smith kicks to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Curry's shot is good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And really deep through that time. And it's 6 points for Damian Lillard.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here's Doncic. 38 points for him last game against Denver. And you look at Luka Doncic, 6'7", about 220, Doris. Is he a point guard? Point forward? I mean, where does he fit?
Well, I think in today's modern NBA, where we talk about positionless basketball, he's the perfect fit regardless of where you put it. He can defend wings, he can defend forwards, and offensively, you want him to be in command of the basketball.
Curry can't get it to go.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
It's tipped. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Unhindered, going all the way. Here's Nurkic. Tries again. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the first, and Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. For the Trailblazers, Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Little comes in for Collins. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
And that one's good. Right.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Simons. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Anthony. And staying with the play, Anthony.
You know, and even when the play isn't for him, Anthony able to get on the glass and on the scoreboard.
Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Over Whiteside. Marjanovic, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. It's the Trailblazers up by 4 from Portland. We're back. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard
A lot of responsibility when things go bad.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Burke is out there with J.J. Barea. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Kleber in at the power forward. Here's Burke. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
We know this about the Dallas Mavericks. They will put every piece of data and information to use in terms of trying to get an advantage. Think about it, guys. They are now doing blood tests, trying to head off injury for their players. They believe this gives them a clearer picture into the overall health of their athletes.
Whiteside, the pass to Trent. Pass to Simons. Just 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Whiteside, count it. Whiteside's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers. And Doris, those blood tests you were talking about, always subject to player permission. They want to honor player privacy.
I think you have to, Kevin, and most of the Mavs have embraced it. These tests have the ability to measure almost 50 biomarkers. As an athlete, you're always trying to stay in peak form. As an organization, you're always trying to manage appropriately their workloads.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Burke can't get it to go.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Simons. Burke covering. And he slams it one-handed.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. Dallas also making some changes. Zinkis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Burke. Nurkic checked in for Little. Dallas also making some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Barea. And it's Seth Curry in for DeLon Wright. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. Fifth best, the Trailblazers.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
To the middle. Porzingis kicks to Kleba. Wide open shot is on the money. Kleba's got 4 points this quarter.
How about the vision from the young Latvian Porzingis showing he really can read the floor and capitalize.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Again, the miss by Lillard. And so Curry will bring it up for Dallas. Down by 12. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
1:09 left here in the second. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stud. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Porzingis comes with the double team. And now, here's Hazonia. 8 points his last outing, and it's good, 2 points. Hazonia's got 5 points so far.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Porzingis fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Boy, Kev, how about Porzingis? Shrugs off the hit. That work in the weight room paying off already. You gotta love the time he's put in to make himself a challenge.
Dallas making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. That free throw good from Porzingis. And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Pass to Kleba over Collins. Doncic kicks to Kleba. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Trailblazers lead by 13. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal. And the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. The second quarter got a lot. And that...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half. Hardaway finds Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith. Inside. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Hardaway for 3. Lillard with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 15. Lillard slams it in.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Here's Nurkic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Mavericks trailed by 17. On the wing, Hardaway. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Kicks it out to Lillard. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 15 points.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Hardaway with a wide-open look. Portland grabs the miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Mavericks trail by 18. And he banks in the layup. Hardaway has got his second basket.
Well, there's big-time athleticism when you're talking about Hardaway. Puts it on the deck and relentless move to the cup.
Porzingis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright comes in for Curry. And Barea subbed in for Luka Doncic. Of course, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
And Portland making a change here. Trent's checked in. And stolen by Whiteside. Here's Trent, guarded by Barea, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 20. To the left wing.
2 minutes.
1:58 left in the third. And stolen by Whiteside. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. And that one drops for him. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Dallas again turning it over. These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. The second is Hassan Whiteside.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Anthony with it, now guarded by Porzingis. Three-pointer. The offensive rebound. Second chance effort. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Now here's Barea. Defense right on him to stop the run. Marjanovic kicks to Barea. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Anthony from the arc. That shot off. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Wright finds Marjanovic. 52 seconds left to play here in the third. Wright looking around. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Kleber. Takes the 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 16-4 run right now. The 3 from Anthony. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
And that one's good. Burke.
The real Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
The shot by Anthony, no good. Back to Barea, fires the three, hits it from three-point range. Barea's got himself on the board with three there.
Now play a game of deep ball. I like it. Barea improved his range over these years.
Here's Anthony. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finish.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Trailblazers running away with it. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Luka Doncic. Also, DeJuan Wright is out there. And it's Kleba in at the 5, down low. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league. What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Got that one up quick.
And certainly, they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Finney Smith passes to Curry. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And Lillard kicks to Collins. From the stripe. Offensive rebound. Anthony against Curry. Goes back up. The Trailblazers rebound.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
The 3 from Anthony. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Dallas shooting here about 46% for the game. 3-pointer, Lillard. On the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Finney Smith can't get it to go. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. Here's Kleba. And here is Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Anthony. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And that's 15 points for Carmelo Anthony.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Back to Doncic. Outside Hardaway. McCollum against Curry. Just 4 to shoot. From deep 3-point range, the shot comes out. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And a wide open look for McCollum. Connects from 3-point range. McCollum's got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for Portland. And there's the pass to Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. Right side Hardaway. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Hardaway has got 6 points in the quarter.
How about the timing from Hardaway Jr. looking very comfortable taking shots after catching the pass.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
And funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Doncic, no good.
didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
Nurkic can't hit.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Trailblazers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Damian Lillard.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
And Finney Smith gets it to go. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. From deep. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And there's Hardaway. That's good on the assist by Doncic.
Well, when Tim Hardaway Jr. starts to cook, the confidence goes through the roof, and he's working right now.
Lillard from outside sinks the three-pointer.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the out. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for Greg Andrews.
this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and slam.
In your face.
You play 2K.
All the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album.
And check out the Mavs. Fashion first, getting off Alexander. Nuggets has some pretty sound advice. Thanks, D.A. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Curry. He's out there with Doncic. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Craig in at the 2 guard. Goes up, finishes the break with a slam.
Love the commitment from Murray on defense, moving his arms all around to come up with these steals.
Talk about players who are X factors for their team, and for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray is one of those guys. He is a guy that once he gets going, feels like the team can become unbeatable.
Here's Murray, the Mavericks making the shot. Offensive rebound, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
Just competing right now. Millsap wanting to make the most out of that possession.
And Doncic, here we go. Good on the bucket. As you said, Brent, a hot Jamal Murray can take over a game.
Big-time investment from the Nuggets this offseason in what Jamal Murray is to them now, but what he can be in the future. And I think right now what he's looking to be is as consistent as he possibly can be, night in and night out, to prepare this team each season to play its best basketball in the postseason.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Well, it's interesting when Jokic was playing with Nurkic and they cleared the room for Jokic to take over at the center position. He's taken on that responsibility. He's taken on the star role. He's accepting it and excelling at it.
Here's Finney Smith. He had 15 points last outing. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist from Hardaway. Doncic has got 5.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there. Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
On the wing, Hardaway. Porter with the steal. Millsap kicks to Jokic. Here's Porter. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Millsap with the steal. Porter passes to Jokic. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Murray outside. Porter bounce pass. Hardaway with the steal. Finney Smith kicks to Curry. Goes up the baseline. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Tough to match up with the length of Porzingis, and when he's floating around there, sometimes those rebounds are going to come up and he's just too big to not get some.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Here's Porter, banked in off the glass. He's got 9. With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent, but some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization to help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most, and that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Make it a distraction.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Porter, no luck.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Pretty nice work there in the open floor. Hardaway Jr. good at running to the right spot on the court and being ready.
To the inside. Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by Dallas. 58 seconds left to play in the first. They grab their own miss. Out to Doncic. Pass to Hardaway. Here's Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Gets a hand on it. Porzingis on the foul. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Doncic against Murray. Hardaway passes to Curry. Here's Finney-Smith. Outside for Curry. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Curry's got his second bucket of the night.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
From deep three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means.
Basketball, like passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
We've got Plumlee. Grant is out there at Bowl. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the two-guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Wright. A miss that time. Would have put him up. The Nuggets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Morris with the bucket.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip.
Shot from free throw range, and that one goes long. And it's Burke with the ball for the Mavericks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas. Morris finds Plumlee. Here's Grant, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Grant's got his first basket.
Well, when he gets into the paint, Kevin, he starts to get hungry. He goes right through the defense. He's a straight line guy.
To the paint. Here's Marjanovic, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
Daniels, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Good on both. You talk about solid role players, Brent. Mason Plumlee fits the bill.
Does such a great job consistently of coming in, being a physical player, setting screens and rolling. Probably an underrated part of his game is the way that he passes the ball, but never is going to get your team out of sorts with the way that Mason can play within his role.
Passes to Burke. Over Morris. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Burke's got the lead up to 1 now for Dallas. Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Bolt. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul trouble. See the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the Summer League where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing that.
Plumlee takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And it's a 5-point Denver lead. And Burke has it in the corner. Up top, Marjanovic. A 15-footer. Burke can't get it to go. The Nuggets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9.
How about the vision from Grant? Reads the defense like a book and jumps all over him in the open floor.
Here's Burke. Shot to stop the run. Plumlee with some nice D.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Knocks down the 3-ball.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Marjanovic passes to Wright. Now here's Barea. He's tightly guarded. From outside the arc, buries the long-range jumper. Barea's got 8 points.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Count it.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Baseline try. They get it back. The kick out to Wright. 3-pointer. That shot off the mark. And the Nuggets going the other way. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks. Here's Burke. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Burke's got 4 points this quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Back to Plumlee. On the wing, Morris. Burke covering. Pass to Bull. Poked away. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Murray kicks to Jokic. Back to Murray. Here's Dozier. On the wing, Porter. From past the arc. The shot, no good. And so it's Denver, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. What a start for Michael Porter. He had 11 points and 1 assist. Bad.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Really an incredible game from Michael Porter.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Luka Doncic out there with Seth Curry. And there's Porzingis. And there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4 slot.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Jokic passes to Millsap. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists now in this one.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years. No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Here's Doncic. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Jokic inside. Guarded by Porzingis. Pushing it up. Here's Curry. That one drops for him. Curry's got 6 points.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Again, the Mavericks score.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Millsap kicks to Craig. The Nuggets moving the ball around from the baseline. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Out to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for Jokic. 9th in rebounding, 15th in assists. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. It's Curry outside. Porzingis, great positioning on the putback. And now just a 1-point Denver lead.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Millsap's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Murray with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Daniel from outside. They get it again, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. Now it's a 5-point Nugget lead.
Wow, can't lose Millsap on the boards, and surprisingly up quick for a finish on the offensive glass.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And let's use this break to bring up the top scoring teams in the league so far this season. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. In third, the Mavericks.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
The pass to Kleba. He kicks it to Curry. Over Murray. The shot by Curry, no good.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Here's Daniels. It's rebounded by Doncic. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Curry. Hits the front of the rim and out.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Outside for Murray. Back to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's now 10 points for Jokic.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Here's Craig. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Well, Porzingis plays with a high motor. We've seen in the early part of his career have very good starts to seasons and then struggling maybe in the second half of the year. We'd like to see that stamina all year long, at least for a full season.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Five seconds left to play in the third. Here's Jokic. 2 points. That one goes. And now a 3-point Nugget lead.
Amazing how much the evolution of Jokic has helped evolve the offense that's around him. A fearless player who feels like he could go up and match up against anybody in the league.
Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. He got into double digits for the... Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on Coach Mike Malone.
We have to make a stand defensively, fellas.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Grant down low with Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Dozier in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The feed to Grant. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Marjanovic. Can't connect from short range. The Nuggets leading by 3. The drive by Jokic. Pass to Dozier. Back to Jokic. He goes up again. Porzingis with the block. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Out to the right wing. Burke with it. The 19-foot shot. And good. He nails it.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Finney-Smith. Back to Burke. Out to Porzingis. Passes it to Burke. Porzingis inside. Grant on him. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Kristaps Porzingis. The drive by Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Jokic, is he? I think he's showing some emotion, Kevin.
Out to Porzingis. Shoots over Grant. Porzingis can't hit. The Nuggets leading by 3. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Jokic passes to Dozier. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Burke finds Wright. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got 3 assists tonight.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the bounce.
And he's able to get it back.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Here's Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
At 6'10", 250 pounds. That's a big man out there, and he uses his size to draw the contact there. Nice job by Jokic.
Dallas making a switch here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Curry's checked in for DeLon Wright, and Luka Doncic subbed in for Burke. Hardaway against Porter. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis against Jokic. And another miss by Denver. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Curry's shot is off.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Porzingis kicks to Kleber. Doncic against Morris. Outside Curry. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
That's a shot right there. He's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't.
It's deflected. Doncic with the steal. Down low. On the wing, Doncic. To take the lead. And the call. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and Involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Curry passes to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Here's the dish to Curry. Over Jokic. It counts.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
And here's Millsap from the arc. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take 8.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Oh! Okay. All right. That's it. That's payback.
Up next, the Nuggets taking on the Trailblazers. For the Nuggets, kind of a...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
D.A. It sure can. All right, D.A., thanks. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Craig in at the shooting guard position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. Millsap kicks to Craig. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. 5 to shoot. The tray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Far toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
Outside Millsap. Shoots over Nurkic, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
Decisive on the catch-and-shoot jumper from Millsap. He's not going to let that opportunity go to waste.
McCollum outside. That one's not going to go. And the Nuggets going the other way. Last time they met was in Denver.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in their game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. I mean, credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
Takes it from 10, and he hits the jump shot. Denver with the ball. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks. Here's Porter. Great D that time from Nurkic. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Offside Collins. From 12 feet out. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
McCollum, no good. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. Porter passes to Jokic, and the layup's good off the glass. Jokic has got 10 points in the game.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Murray left side. Back to Millsap. Outside, Porter. To the middle. Stolen by Collins. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Here's Jokic. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. And that's 12 points for Jokic.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Collins passes it to Nurkic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
It's Porter outside. Another 3 for Denver.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
They get the rebound. Here's Nurkic. Lays it up off the glass. Nurkic has got his second bucket tonight.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
He got it up. And that one released in time, but no good. Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll return shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Denver.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the 4 for Portland, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little, and it's Simons in at the point. Back to Plumlee. Now, here is Morris. He's guarded closer. 6 to shoot. Pass to Plumlee. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And one area, Clark, that Mason Plumlee doesn't get enough credit in is his playmaking. He does a great job at that as a center.
I could not agree with you more. He's an outstanding passer, but when you're playing with Jokic, you sometimes get overlooked in terms of how well he passes. But he does a good job and is really solid off the bench. Plumlee moves well, he's active, and he's a rim protector defensively, too.
Denver passing it around. Dozier kicks the ball. Denver gets it back. Here's Grant. Again, the Nuggets score.
Well, I tell you, I like the fact that Grant is selective in the shots that he takes. He's looking for quality. If he senses the defense is playing off him, as the pass is coming to him, he's prepared. He's getting shot ready as the pass is in the air.
Little drops in the tray. Little's got 5 points now in the quarter. Denver leading by 3. And the wide open shot from Morris. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Little with the ball. Working on Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
Passes to Morris. Here is Plumlee. 5 on the clock. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for 1 more at the line.
And Grant really embraces contact, relishes it, as a matter of fact. He has no fear going to the rim or going into a shot.
Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Denver. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me. Grant gets the 14-footer to fall. Grant's got 7 now in this quarter.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Here's Hezonja. That one falls.
And being that he's 6'8", Hezonja is really a menace inside. He gets his shot up easily in the paint area.
Plumlee against Whiteside. Pass to Daniels. He dishes it to Grant. Over Hezonja. No good from Grant. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And the pass to Simons. From downtown, drills the three-pointer. Trent's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
Bull, the pass to Grant. Plumlee, it's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. Morris kicks to Daniels. Pass to Jokic, and stolen by Whiteside.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Well, we'll see if they have the awareness to realize that.
McCollum finds Lillard. To the wing right side. To the paint. Stolen by Grant. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Bull can't hit. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 1. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. If it counts.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Here's Jokic. Banked in off the glass. Jokic has got 14. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 14 points, 4 rebounds, and that'll about...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Craig in at the 2-guard spot.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Well, Clark, one thing you have to respect about Jamal Murray is how intense of a competitor he is.
And you can't substitute competitive spirit, Kevin. It's a great attribute to have, and you see that in how he's improved his game year to year. I mean, he loves being in the spotlight, going up against the game's big-name guards, and he doesn't shy away at all. That's a credit to him.
A shot by Anthony, nobody around, and Collins is right there. Collins has got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and how about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
Murray finds Jokic. Inside, Millsap. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Millsap's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's McCollum. Craig pulls it in. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. For 3, Murray. That shot off. Some solid defense from Lillard. Lots of room. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his 3rd assist on the night. Double team on Millsap. The shot, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Anthony comes up empty down low. The Nuggets trail by 4. Jokic passes to Murray. Nurkic with the block. Here's Lillard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you. Mark, a lot of young players in this NBA becoming top 10 players as they mature. Who are some of the guys you spot that are really going to make a mark?
Well, they've already made a mark, and you anticipate it'll continue to be that way. Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell. I like Jaylen Brown in Boston, as well as Jason Tatum there. Clearly, Zion Williamson has a chance to be really special.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight. I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
If the keys to your offense are in Lillard's hands, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Check out how well he runs the pick and roll there. That's just a perfect way to play.
It's good. 18 points for Jokic.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Kept alive. Here's Whiteside. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Murray kicks to Daniels. Pass to Jokic. It's stolen. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
And checking out the numbers for Whiteside, over the last month, he has been spectacular. Second in rebounding, second in blocks, and he's right there among the most efficient scorers in our league, 3rd overall in field goal percentage.
And again, look what he's done so far this season, wiping the boards clean, ranking 2nd in the league in rebounds. Outstanding effort. Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jeremy Grant comes in for Paul Millsap, and Morris subbed in for Murray. Daniels inside the line. And another miss by Denver.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Grant sends it back. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. 35 seconds left in the 3rd. Right side, no good. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
And you see the leadership of Lillard in that sequence, keeping everyone involved, not looking to do it all himself, but creating for his teammates.
Morris finds Jokic. Over Whiteside. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Jokic.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And so it's Portland heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back right after this. Terry Stotts had some...
We're getting stops after that start.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Nuggets trail by 7. The high-powered backcourt pair. Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Collins, and it's Whiteside in at the 5 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And stolen by Whiteside. And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. Trailblazers leading by 7. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Porter. It's good.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it. You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Anthony right side. Here's Collins. That one wide left. The Nuggets trail by 7. Here's Porter. Hits the jump hook. Porter's got 4 this quarter.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense has taken a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
The drive by Jokic, and the shot goes in. Jokic has got 22.
Boy, the mobility of Jokic, very impressive. This guy gets to the basket well for a big man.
Shot's good by Anthony.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Deflects the pass. And now Portland on the break. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 5th assist in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Blazers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
I am very impressed with the poise Jokic has shown tonight. He's been unflappable no matter what they've thrown at him.
And here's McCollum for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. McCollum's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers. Daniels passes to Morris. Dishes it to Porter. Over Collins. And some very quick points for him on that possession. 9 points for Michael Porter.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Great. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
Lillard attacking. Collins, good. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
How How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Carving up the defense with excellent passes like there. Jokic, a big man with great vision.
Collins kicks to Whiteside. And the shot goes down. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Craig passes to Porter. Baseline try, and it's Denver scoring again.
And that jump shot by Porter is pure. Has such a fluid shooting motion.
McCollum outside. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Trailblazers.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, whenever things started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lillard.
Oh, you have to marvel at how well he picked apart that defense repeatedly. Found the right guy in the right spot at the right time.
He's just a natural scorer who can heat up fast. Porter's offensive game very impressive, and he's still adding to it.
And here's Anthony for three. And it's Denver with the rebound. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. A three from Morris. Offensive rebound. Jokic on the follow. Now just a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Boy, he is an all-star level talent for sure. Jokic, a safe bet in the clutch.
Millsap with the steal. Tips it up. And that one, good.
Boy, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board, because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Lillard from deep, off target. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
Hello and thanks for joining us. Anoche, we're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Let's take a look at Dallas. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And of course, there's the Trailblazers, just a couple spots back.
You know, right now, Dallas, I love what they've been able to do this season. Last year, really just a struggle for them, but they've clearly put that behind them.
Oh, they're a different team this year for sure. They've got that confidence, that drive back. That was missing for so much of last year.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. And for Dallas, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr. Seth Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward position. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. It's McCollum with the drive. Up and in on the layup. Doris, league-wide scoring is on the rise. Offensive basketball is really being pushed.
Really, Kevin, we are treated to two teams with elite shot making, incredibly skilled basketball players from positions 1 through 5, bigs who can shoot it, guys who can put it on the deck. I mean, what more could we ask for, Kevin?
First quarter, just over a minute played. There's the triple. And another 3 for Portland.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Now here's Curry. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Hard to find any weakness in Doncic's offensive game. Boy, when this three-point shot is dropping, look out.
Lillard attacking. Mavericks with the rebound. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
I think sometimes the bench can make or break you in a particular game, and that was a total team effort, no question.
And Doncic gets it to go.
You know, a guy with that size from the downtown three-point area, no chance for a defender to alter that shot.
Nurkic against Hardaway. And Nurkic gets it to go.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 20, 5, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
Well, don't get caught up in the long-range shooting. Hardaway Jr. has that in-between game. Really nice shot.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
And here is Doncic after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. 17-foot shot on the way. Pass to Finney-Smith, down low. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And quickly, let's look at the numbers for Porzingis. He's averaging about 19 points per, 9 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch, someone the other players look up to.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Here's Porzingis following the score by Damian Lillard. Kleba, no good. Here's Whiteside. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
No good from Finney-Smith. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. It's a 13-point game. Took him no time at all on that one. McCollum's got 8 points.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Doncic passes to Wright. Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by McCollum. Here's Finney-Smith. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 4 on the clock. Wright for 3. Dallas, no good that time either. Lillard with no one around. No good on the triple. From deep three-point range, and no good on the last-second attempt this time. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Little. And it's Simons in at the point.
I'll tell you, don't let the diminutive size fool you. This guy is not intimidated and can get his shot in the painted area.
Here's Trent, guarded by Wright. Trent passes to Simons. Over Wright. And it's Simons missing.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness. Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next? How can I be better?
Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Mavericks trail by 20. Out left to the wing. Now here's Burke. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Correa, the pass to Kleba. Clock is at 3. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Dallas no good that time either. Portland leading by 20. Dishes to Little. Passes it to Simons. The feed to Nurkic. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Burke after the basket by Yusuf Nurkic. Hardaway. Burke. The second chance points on the tip in.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
Hezonja, the pass to Simons. He gets it in there. We've always been wowed by the athleticism in the NBA, but it seems to be becoming even more athletic. And certain guys get it done, Doris, in different ways.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of examples, Kev, of guys who don't have or are not blessed with incredible athleticism, but who have found a way to be successful. Nikola Jokic is a first-team NBA player who plays very much below the rim. And then you look at certain shooters who can affect the game. J.J. Redick, he is impossible to guard because he's one constant stream of movement. So, listen, if you have great skill for your position, without athleticism, you can still find a way to have a job in this NBA.
A different look for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Marjanovic. Seth Curry comes in for J.J. Barea. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Burke. Now here's Curry. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Out to Hardaway. Rebounded by Anthony. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And here is Doncic following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Anthony with it. He's picked up by Doncic. And Anthony gets it to go.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Lillard against Doncic. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game. On its way from Curry for two. Dallas, no good that time either.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Anthony taking his time here. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. On the Mavericks with some changes, Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleber, and it's Wright in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And then for the Trailblazers, Hassan Whiteside comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Zach Collins subbed in for Hazania. They need this. It doesn't go for him. Good D by McCollum. The Trailblazers have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Curry is inside and stolen by Lillard. Here's Anthony. And so it's Portland in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Their defense.
Carmelo, you got some real numbers off the bench.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. A tremendous start for C.J. McCollum. He had 11 points and 1 rebound. And that'll do it for us.
I seen the darkest of days. I need a spark in a change. You gonna be stuck in my waist. They point their fingers to blame.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Curry is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4-man position. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
There's the pass to Porzingis. Doncic with it. Lillard picks him up. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Porzingis. Doncic has got 9. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Drills it from outside. 15 points in the game.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
And Doncic, here we go. Count the basket.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Lillard from outside. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. And finished off by Collins.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
The baseline J. Again, the Mavericks score.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Lillard against Doncic. Lets it go from 11, and he hits the jump shot. Lillard's got 7 now in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, 2 things there, guys. Tim Hardaway Jr., the power, the concentration, refuses to be stopped when he wants to score.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. Simons, the pass to Trent. And stolen by Burke. Wright outside. Hardaway kicks to Burke. Takes a 3. The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Trent can't hit. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The shot's good. Wright's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Trent passes to Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. J.J. Barea is checked in for the Mavericks, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Collins checked in for Hezonja. To the inside. The 3. Good on the three-point shot. Burke's got 5 now.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Pass to Whiteside. And 1:01 left in the third quarter of the game.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Pass to Burke. In the corner, it's Kleber. Burke finds Barea. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Outside Collins. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Burke. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Tires from the corner. Barea, no good. Here's Trent. Wow, unbelievable.
Can't do it much better than that right before the clock expires.
What a way to seize momentum. Can it carry over into the next quarter? Beautifully done.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Trailblazers out in front, running away with this one. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Anthony out there with Collins. Then there's Whiteside, and it's Trent in at the 2. Doris, if you had a list of players with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind, James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
Finney Smith kicks to Curry. So the wing on the left for the 3. The Mavericks rebound. Back to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Curry. From deep. No good there. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. And he comes up with the deuce. And the Trailblazers lead by 21.
Boy, Carmelo Anthony is capable, when he wants to, of spotting that open man. Pretty pass.
Here's Doncic. Off the left rim and out. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for Portland. And it's Lillard missing. Dallas has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. And that's an intentional foul. We're seeing some great shooters with length. Tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now. But when you look in your crystal ball, George, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
Second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
Outside Curry from deep three-point range, and it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound in this one. McCollum with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. No good on that one, and the Mavericks going the other way now. It's Hardaway with the drive, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, there's big-time athleticism when you're talking about Hardaway. Puts it on the deck and relentless move to the cup.
Anthony, and yes, it's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 21.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Now Porzingis. Over in the corner, Doncic for 3. Offensive rebound. Out to Hardaway. Second chance shot. Again, the Mavericks score.
Well, when Tim Hardaway Jr. starts to cook, the confidence goes through the roof, and he's working right now.
Doncic comes with a double team. Anthony in the corner. And too long on the shot.
Normally, he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Right side, Porzingis. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Portland.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Damian Lillard.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
Outside Collins. McCollum kicks to Anthony. Over in the corner, Lillard. From deep. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. 23 seconds left in the game. Ball stolen. Azonia up top, covered by Lee. 18 feet out. And the jam by Whiteside.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Misses there. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.